Good evening. I am your host, Nick. Welcome. I know what you're thinking. It's Monday night. What the hell is this guy doing here? Well, here's what's happening. There's some Jets news today. I wanted to talk about it. If you notice, this might be the first time some of you are seeing this. Forwards hat, Nick. I angled the lights down. See, the lights are always up, shining down, and I hate the shadow. So we turn the lights to point upward, and this might be a thing. Who knows? This hat is too fire not to wear all the time and not to have it be shown in the proper light. See what I did there? Will the Jets have their future head coach in the building tomorrow? He's already in town. He's probably waiting for Woody Johnson to get back from Washington. Will the Jets lock him up? Should the Jets lock him up? Should they let him leave? We're going to discuss that and much, much more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nick Shine Show.
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
Gentry covered in bumbo.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat. Got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fountain. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie things are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. While YouTube is blowing up, I'm doing my part. I excuse myself every single time that I fart. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop us. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Plus, he calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
He's Charles. I'm Nick. Nick Shine, host of the Nick Shine Show. Forwards hat, Monday night. What the hell's going on? I told you guys to expect a lot of new things this offseason. Told you. I don't lie to you. I'm a lot of things. Call me a wise ass, prankster, jokester, Nice guy. But I know how to get out of a lady's house by midnight, and I don't have to ask 8 people how to do so. Let's say hello to everybody. Tom Ace is here. Hello, Tom. Josh Allen Avital is here. Hello, Mr. Josh Allen Avital. Welcome. Stack. Hello, good sir. Nice to see you. Wild Wave is here. Addison is here. It's shine time. Gotta wait for Rick Kent. I don't know if Rick Kent will be here this early, but we gotta wait for Rick Kent for the shine time video. Mike Crotch is here. Hello, nice to see you. I see more of you now that I lost so much weight. We got Jay, 3 siblings, looking for advice in all the wrong places. We live, Hockey Poo. Hockey Poo, I can't wait. February 1st, 6 p.m., the Shiners send-off to Hawk. It's going to be a good time. We are going to be starting off our night at 6 p.m. at a bowling alley in Woodbridge, New Jersey, because there's a Wood Ridge up north, and I don't want anyone to go to the wrong place. If you can make it, make it. We're going to bowl. We're going to make fun of one another. And we're going to have a great night. It's the Shiner send-off to Hawk. If you're interested, email me. I got to maybe change the email. It's still proudnyjf@gmail.com. Email me, social media me for info if you're not in the Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you are a paying recurring member of the channel, you can join the Discord. It's fun. I was a few minutes late for the show because we were over there discussing things. Who else we got? Peter's here. What's up, Peter? Mark Reese is here. Hey, Mark. So, thank you. If you're here, hit the like button. If you have a question that you can't wait to see if I see it or not, super chat. Great way to get the comment, guaranteed to get on air and get addressed. I think my thing got unplugged. Is my computer unplugged? Why is it so dark? There we go. Whew. Computer was dim. Battery. Good. All right. Oh, that would be called, what do you call that? You should get out of there. Kick everyone out of there and get over here. Waiting for Board Fat and others. So, let's discuss our New York Jets. Aaron Glenn. Is he using us like Vrabel? I asked that question, and here's why. Mike Vrabel came to us first. We were interested. We wanted Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel then visited somewhere else, and we never got him. Aaron Glenn will make his first in-person visit. He's probably having dinner with the Jets tonight. And then tomorrow, full-on interview in person. If you decide Aaron Glenn is your man, you don't let him leave. You don't let him walk out. You obviously have, with all the interviews, you're compliant with the Rooney Rule. You can have Aaron Glenn in the building. You can have a contract waiting for him when he walks in, if that's your guy. If he wowed you over so much in the first Zoom interview, and then tonight, you can put the particulars together, hammer out a contract tomorrow, and maybe by Wednesday, the Jets have their head coach. Now, if you have him in, it's supposed to be a 2-team race. Saints, Jets. Why let him leave here? If this is your guy, go to New Orleans, wow them, they wow him, and they drop a contract on the table immediately and say, you're our guy. We've wanted you from the beginning. We'd like to make you our head coach right now. You leave, this offer goes down. I like to play hardball when I'm negotiating. I like to put you in a position where you have to say yes. If I'm running a football organization and I know there's other teams bidding against me, this contract at this number is good right now. You leave, the number drops. Play hardball. Get with your guy. Now, Ben Johnson hired today immediately by the Bears. Bears knew who they wanted. They went and get a good, innovative offensive mind to coach a young quarterback. I like it. We know we were critiquing Ben Johnson a little bit with his decision-making yesterday. Hopefully, Rome Odunze has a good arm and can throw. That way they have a chance in a playoff game if the Bears ever make it. But from Rich Cimini today, the Bears are out of the coaching market as they are finalizing a deal to hire Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. Johnson picks Caleb Williams over Tom Brady. Rich retweets, this impacts the Jets because there was talk of GM candidate, former Lions executive Lance Newmark, going with Johnson to Las Vegas. Now the Jets compare Newmark and Aaron Glenn if they so choose, if they can beat out the Saints for Glenn. So I think within 48 hours, I would say by shine time, first class flights, Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, I would guess we have our head coach and our general manager joint announcement or simultaneous within hours of one another. We hammer it out. Now, since Aaron Glenn is here in person, let's discuss Aaron Glenn. Let's discuss Aaron Glenn, the coach, the coordinator, the man, the leader. A lot of criticisms coming at Aaron Glenn. He's never had a defense ranked above 15 while he's been there. They'd be right. Also have to look at, this has been a team with Detroit that scores a lot of points and scores a lot of points quickly. They win a lot of games. A lot of yardage gets put up on the board late in the games. There's a lot of times Lions are up 24-6. And then they coast to like a 35-24 win. The thing I love about Aaron Glenn is he creates pressure. He will blitz. He will send more than 4. For those of you who've watched this Jets team the last several years, it was maddening to see us send 4 people, never get home, and then the zone got picked apart. I would be interested in seeing a pressure scheme and go. I mean, there's Aaron Glenn with what he did in Detroit with that D-line. I'm all in on Mason Graham, Abdul. Abdel lives upstairs. Abdul is the pass rusher. Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, and for some reason they're both gone. I have a toss-up between Will Johnson and Williams, the edge rusher from Georgia. You got to get pressure in this league if you're going to beat quarterbacks. If you're going to beat Josh Allen, if you're going to beat Mahomes, if you're going to beat Lamar, if you want to have a chance in those games, if we ever make the playoffs again, you got to have that elite defensive line. It'll be quite interesting to see what we do and how we do it. But I would be in favor, especially if you're coming from Detroit. Detroit did one thing really well. They built the trenches. You find a right tackle in free agency, or if you get 39,000-year-old Morgan Moses to agree to come here, you can go D-line and then a safety. Brian Branch is all over the field for Detroit. I know it's a player a lot of us wanted a couple years ago. There's a kid from South Carolina. I can't say his name. Esawansi, something like that. Someone in the chat help me out. You go get a Mason Graham or a Carter, and then you go get a playmaking safety. You can really make a difference very quickly. You put Quinnen Williams and Mason Graham together as pass rush and D tackles with Jermaine coming back with Will McDonald, you're cooking. Now you're blitzing somebody like Quincy. You go get end of the third round. I would attack defense in the draft. Not to get too far ahead of myself with draft talk here, but I would absolutely address offense in free agency. I would go maybe get a right tackle. Go get a good veteran tight end. Go get a good veteran wide receiver. Somebody like a Brandon Cooks is always bouncing around the league from team to team, 1-year deals. Hollywood Brown might be a 1-year deal. Go get somebody else to come in, if not two guys. And then just build this defense this year. Build this defense up. I don't think it's worth taking an offensive lineman at 7. I don't think it's worth taking Will Campbell. I know Will Campbell projects better as a guard, but he can play. Thank you, Wild Wave. I knew it was some Emanon is what we'll call him. Shout out to Emanon in our chat, who's here. But go make one side of the ball really good. I don't want to see a half-ass attempt. I don't want to just be piss poor. I want one side of the ball to get really good immediately in year 1, and that'll show promise. You got Quincy and Quinnen locked up. You got Jermaine and Will locked up. You still have Sauce, who might get an extension this offseason. You got Michael Carter locked up. You need a lot of bodies. You know, as we've covered here on the channel before, you're probably letting DJ Reed go. You don't have the money to give DJ Reed a contract. What do you do at corner? You need another corner. Carter's the slot. So you need another starting caliber corner. Do you go Will Johnson? Okay. If the D linemen are gone, sure, I could do that. I don't like going corner in the top 10. I don't. But Will Johnson and Sauce, okay. You want to play aggressive man defense? All right, that's a really good start. But I can't do offensive line there. I can't take a guy who projects as a guard at number 7 overall in the draft. As I said earlier on Jake's show, and I've said here, I would love to go get a massive 6'5", 330-pound guy, plug him in at right guard, and let Vera Tucker move back out to right tackle. I want a guy that we can run behind. I can't believe I'm going to say these words, but when you saw Barkley's run the other day, and you saw Becton hit that linebacker, the linebacker went back, retreated, and Becton punched him again, and he went down on his ass. I want a guy like that we can run behind. I want a guy like that at guard. I want a guy like that in the middle. Now, next year, John Simpson only had a 2-year deal. Go get another one. Go get these guys who can just pummel people, even defensive linemen. I don't want a finesse guard. They don't win in the NFL right now. You got to have some power. Big guys who are mobile, can move, can get to the next level, can hit a guy, get him off of his spot, drive him, and then get to the next level. I don't want finesse offensive line. I don't want a small offensive line. The days of the Denver Broncos, Terrell Davis, zone block scheme, athleticism are over for me because of the fact that the defensive line is more athletic than the offensive lines now. So you're not beating them. I want a power attack. For all of you watching, thank you. I know this is rare to see me on a Monday. There's other shows going on right now. I appreciate all of you for popping in. Sharp Instincts, thank you for watching. Quentin Nelson, yes, but Quentin Nelson was projected to be all-pro guard from day one. Zach Martin, I think 14th, was projected to be all-pro guard from day one. I don't know if Will Campbell's projected to be that high. I know he is projected to be a tackle who they could say could play inside, but when you're an all-world guard, that's different. When every single team says this guy is deserving of being a top 10 pick as a guard, I don't know if Campbell projects that way as a guard. I think he's just the highest rated offensive lineman. It's a bad draft to need an offensive lineman in the top end of the draft. I think you're better off round 2, right tackle, or a guard and move Vera Tucker out. Vera Tucker, for me, was at his best the year he moved out to right tackle, year 2, when he went from guard to tackle to guard to tackle. He was at right tackle in the Denver game when he got hurt after Brees scored the 72-yarder or 68, whatever it was. But there's certainly a lot of holes on this team. I know people keep saying this roster should win. This roster should win. How? You don't have a viable tight end on the roster. Conklin's contract's up. I will move on from Conklin. I move on from Ruckert. Maybe you keep Ruckert for one more year. Wide receivers, what do we have? If Devontae Adams is gone, which most people project, now you have to basically pay Garrett Wilson immediately. You have to give him the extension first, or I think he will request to be out of here. You're going to have to pay him to keep him. You're going to have to overpay him to keep him here. Because what are you doing a quarterback? Running back room is good. Left tackle, center, good. As of right now, guards, good. You needed second wide receiver, third wide receiver, fourth wide receiver. Corley showed nothing. Gibson is not rosterable, in my opinion. There's no way a new regime is keeping Xavier Gibson. Irv Charles, special teamer, very good special teamer. Big fellow, my good friend, my twin, comes in with a $5 super chat. Thank you for your support, sir. DJ Reed can hit the bricks, led the team in penalties, and has acted like a jerk-off for weeks. Get Will Johnson, and our corners are locked up for years. I can dig it. I don't think there's any way Reed comes back. That's done. You're not paying Reed $15 to $20 million a year. We paid him $15 3 years ago. Price has gone up for corners. There's no way you give Reed money with our salary cap issues. Do you believe in Stiggers? Does he move up to your fourth corner? You let Eccles go? Stiggers moves up? I'm all right giving some guys chances. But again, new regime, not our guy. You're going to see some roster turnover. It happens all the time. Coaches will bring in their guys that fit their scheme. Guys who may have been drafted, and I hope Nate is not watching. He'll be very upset. Stiggers isn't a guy that our new coaching staff picked. A lot of guys aren't. So those tweeners, those guys who mid-level, mid-round picks, Michael Clemens, be gone. Be gone. Go to WWF. Go to WWF. WWE, whatever it's called. Go there. Zoink Nation, how'd you get the custom MetLife Stadium? That's dope. It is dope. Thank you. Gator made it. The great Gator set this up. He's a good man. He's a good friend. Much love to Gator. Stanley, welcome. Converse looks pretty good. He did. JBC. He looked good. He had a couple tip passes, I think, one game. He's a big corner who can tackle. Will Johnson should be the pick if Carter or the Michigan DT is gone. Agreed, Stanley. Agreed. I'm a Georgia fan. It's going to be tough on me to pass on Williams, depending on what we do in free agency, who we retain, who we let go. But realistically, both quarterbacks are gone. Hunter's gone. We're going to get one of the four with Carter, Graham, Johnson. Who's the other one? And Tack, the receiver from Arizona. Those are a lot of people's top 7. Some people have offensive linemen rated higher. I got to see more on Campbell. I think you can get a right tackle or a right guard. You can take whoever you rate higher in round 2 or at the end of round 3, but go get me a big fella. You know, if you're asking me, Nick, and you're not, this is just me talking by myself. If you want to join the conversation, if you want to talk potential draft picks, coaching moves, all of that, hit the like button. What we do here on this channel, for those who are new, 50 likes, we share the call-in link, and you guys can call in. We'll go with that. So if you ask me, Nick, give me your perfect scenario for the top 3 picks. As of right now, we have 7. I think we're like 39 or 38, 39, 40 in round 2. And then due to the trade with the Lions at last year's draft, we have a pick at the end. Oh, and that pick locked in today. Wild Wave, could you let me know what pick round 2 and the end of round 3 are, please, good sir? Now that the Lions have been eliminated from the playoffs, that 3rd round pick is locked in. If you said, how do you envision that going? What's the best case scenario? I'll be honest with you. I love defense. I like the defensive players in this draft. Now, dream scenario, Abdul Carter falls to 7. Carter, for me, that's a guy with, if it's an Aaron Glenn, who likes to blitz and create pressure in different ways. I could dig that. Really, really dig that. You're looking at a guy with a high motor. You're looking at a guy who's run and pass rusher, a guy who would be a great tandem with Jermaine Johnson. Then you can set up plays, the turbo package, if you will. Quinnen, Jermaine inside, Carter, Johnson outside, blitzing somebody off the edge. Now you're really, really creating an elite pass rush. But if I go Carter in round 1, I want one of these 6'6", 335-pound tackles in round 2. And there's a couple. There's a kid from Ohio State, Williams, I believe, playing right now. Then there's a kid from Oregon, a kid from Kentucky. There's some big, massive D tackles. We've missed that. 92. That's our pick. So we're 7, 38, and 92 as of now. Or 39, I believe. And then the 3rd, give me a safety. Give me a wide receiver or a safety. I want the defensive line to be good right away. If you don't have a defensive line, you can't stop the run. If you don't have a defensive line, you can't get to the quarterback. You need a good defensive line. You need a very good defensive line. Clemens should be gone. Solomon Thomas should be gone. Leaky Fotu never got here. There's a lot of guys that we're going to have new faces up front. I would rather build an elite defensive line. Allows your corners to cover for less. Allows your linebackers to have open gaps to run to and go sideline to sideline. MC Mays, I never doubted it. I never doubted it. I didn't think this game would be close. I didn't want to speak about it. I didn't want to jinx it. Ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't comment much. He's usually lurking in the woods listening. But Boomtown, the good comment. We need an offensive tackle to keep Rodgers upright for the next 2 years. Hey, Joe. Thanks for watching. Need a ball hawking safety for sure. Either free agent or draft. Not sure about the safety class this year. There's a couple. And there's safeties. There's a kid from Ohio State. There is I've been looking at safeties in the mocks. I haven't done film yet on them. But there's a guy from Georgia, Starks, I believe. Kid from Ohio State. There's big name schools with safeties. I don't like going small schools. I like drafting SEC, Big Ten. Give me guys that played top level football. Don't give me a safety from the MAC. Give me a guy who's played in an explosive, exciting defense against top talent on offense week after week after week. Translation, don't draft Zach Wilson in a COVID year. Give me guys that did it week after week and have proven it. Genergy, welcome. Shine time before 10 p.m. I love it. Girl, I just want to tell you that any time is a good time to have shine time, girl. Welcome. And this voice is not only for you, but of course, for Tom Ace. Thank you for watching, Jen. I appreciate you. We need a lot. We do. We're not one draft away. I know everyone says we're built to win. We're not. We have some nice pieces in place. But if you don't have the trenches and you don't have a quarterback, you're not built to win. You can have a exciting wide receiver. If you can't get him the ball downfield like we did this year, it's wasting him. Patrick with an interesting comment. Trade back, collect assets. I love that. However, who are you coming up for? If the receiver's there, someone going to trade up for receiver? JV, I gifted you a membership to this channel last night, and this is the nonsense you post with your first comment? Come on, man. At least give me one good comment. Harlan says it. What's up, Harlan? Need to have a good run game. You do. You need to have a good run game. I think we have the potential with Allen and Hall. What we need is a non-predictable offensive scheme where our quarterback doesn't all of a sudden turn into traffic control every pass play, and then when he doesn't do it, the defense says, oh, it's a run. He's not changing 7 routes. Oh, okay. Give me a smash mouth offensive line. Give me a scheme that just we go straight forward into you, drive you off your spot. Give me some fatties up front, both sides of the ball. Let Quinnen Williams get one-on-one opportunities. Go put a big defensive tackle in the A-gap to take on the center and the guard, free up Will or Jermaine off the edge, and now you're creating, on the other side of the field, opportunities for Quinnen and the other one, Jermaine or Will, to come free off the edge. But you need that guy that commands a double team because Quinnen is not massive enough. I'm waiting for it. Hit the line. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend and administrator, DP leader, if you will, the great Addison, has gifted 5 memberships and is already getting texted and guilt tripped about it. They went to Josh Allen Avital, Joshua R.A., Swamp Ranger. Nope, Joshua, you are already a member. That was your comment. Josh Allen Avital, Swamp Ranger, A.D. Pugnut, Anthony DeRise, and the great Mr. Bonesy. Thank you very much. You are the man. Connor Long with his 5-month super chat. Watching Tet McKillen tape. Jets must draft him. Too bad they're loaded at running back. This running back class is awesome. Quishon Jolkins from OSU is my sleeper. All right. All right. I do want to say I did speak to Bonesy. I give you guys my word. It's not Jet related. It's not Rodgers related. Just a lot of shit going on in the world. So much love to Mr. Bonesy as always. And I give you guys my word. His absence right now is nothing to do with the New York Jets or his takes. And I've busted his balls more than anyone about it. But we talked last week, and much love to Bonesy. Oh, man. But since Addison gifted 5, I will drop one to thank and to give back to the community. I like to do that. I do that quite often here. I like to match and add to this community. And Sharp Instincts, who's in the chat tonight right now, I believe, went to you. So, Addison, thank you. Thank you for gifting the 5 that you did, and then which led to another edition. If you are watching the show, hit the like button. As you see already, Super Chat's great way to guarantee your comment getting on air. Gifted memberships, great way to help the channel. For those of you wondering, hey, what are you going to do with the revenue that you make? Well, the plan in November is new desk, new chair, computer, new setup on the other side. Possibly go with the white wall, get some pictures. Maybe Tom Ace's Mark Gastineau and a G-string poster finally makes the show. But that's where it's going. Everything that you guys contribute to this channel will be put back into the channel and to help give you a better overall experience as viewers and as members of the channel. Because like I always say, this show is all about you guys. It's all about you. Everything we do, the conversations, the discussions, the feedback, it's a very chat-driven show. And for all of you who might be new here, thank you. Every day, every show, it's getting bigger and bigger. We get new names popping in, and we hope that you become regulars. We got a very, very tight-knit group here, I'd like to say. Oh, yes. And obviously, a new setup means a Los Angeles Rams parlay. There's no doubt about it. Hell yeah, John, I like that. Pimp My Studio, Shiner Edition. Rest in peace, Rob. You had a good run. A lot longer than most thought you'd make it. So you got that going for you, my friend. We are at 38. If you're here, you're watching, you haven't already, hit the like button. We get to 50, drop the call-in link. If you haven't already, please consider joining the channel on your own. Come February 1st, that weekend, we are going to change the structure of the Discord group. And it's going to be paid recurring members only in there, no longer gifted, because too many expire and it's tough to manage. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharp Instincts said, you know what? I just got gifted. So let me add to the awesomeness that is the Nick Shine Show and to this awesome community. He gifted 5. That went to, let me pull it up, the Jetstream, the great King Lowski, Marvelous 33, Jet Life, and our good friend Dre Day, the Jets fan. Sharper Instincts, thank you. I appreciate you so much. That's how you do it, folks. You get gifted and you're like, you know what? I got to pay it forward. You're missing Daddy Trump's speech. Don't worry. Instagram will give me everything I need. Instagram will always be there for me. Instagram will not disappear for 16 hours. Instagram will always be there for this old man. And if any of you make a TikTok, I'll just wait 2 weeks and see it on Instagram. Hashtag old man life. JV free with a super chat. Thank you, JV. Can't take it anymore. Let's go Buffalo. Well, Josh Allen Avatal has already declared his fandom to Buffalo. JV, we now have you as well. If that is your job, that is your jinx. I like it. Here's my thought process with that game looking ahead. I've seen the Chiefs win. I don't like it, but it's more fun watching Buffalo lose. I don't want the Chiefs to win, but for me, the lesser of two evils would be the Chiefs winning. I think it's better and it's more fun as a Jet fan if we watch Josh Allen fail again. Do I think they're the better team? Buffalo has been the better team several times going against Kansas City, but they just can't get past Kansas City. Think it's coaching? Steve Spagnuolo, very good. Andy Reid, the best offensive mind ever in the game. You want to argue me? Argue me. Like the stream, get to 50, come on and argue. But my opinion, for what I've seen over the course of almost 30 years, Andy Reid is the best offensive coach I've ever seen. You want to say Belichick's the best defensive mind? Sure. Andy Reid's the best offensive mind. You don't keep getting to multiple Super Bowls. You don't keep getting there with multiple teams. You don't keep doing that unless you're the best. JV, it hurts too much. Decades of Jet pain. I understand that. I get that. I don't deny that. You want to have a second team that you root for when the Jets season ends before Columbus Day? I've always joked my birthday's October 18th. There's been many years that I'm doing mock drafts before my birthday even hits. Let it be an NFC team. Me, right now, I did like the Lions. I did appreciate the come up. But right now, man, I really, really love Jaden Daniels. I love watching this kid play. I do. I respect Dan Quinn. I love what Cliff Kingsbury's doing. I am all for watching Washington do what we did many years ago. Go into your division rival on the road in the playoffs and eliminate them. I am a huge Jaden Daniels guy, and I could only hope to see this kid get to the Super Bowl and do the unthinkable. That's the team I'm pulling for. It's the only one of the four that I want to see win. I don't want to see anything good ever happen to Philadelphia. If Boston's the armpit of America, Philly's the asshole of America. K. Brock, the Jet fan, coming in with his 5-month super chat. Nick Shine for head coach. I would do it. I would do it. There would be accountability. We would be prepared. There would be accountability. There would be no stupid penalties and staying in the game. Why do offensive linemen get to stay in the game all the time? False start. Just play another play. Why? Holding penalty. Kills the drive. Why do you get to stay in? You see a defensive player jump off sides, they get pulled out. You see a safety with an illegal hit. They get pulled out. Not that I'm a fan of pulling out. But why can't an offensive lineman come out and be spoken to, be coached up? Fear. Fear is why. They're afraid, if we put a backup in, well, what if our quarterback gets hit? My crotch asks, Nick Shine, how do I deal with a breakup? I don't know. We've never dealt with one properly. I don't know. That's why I won't get into another relationship. So, my crotch, you just have to settle for dating Tom Ace. Everyone say hi to Tom Ace. Tom Ace face reveal right here, everyone. Tom Ace. JV, I agree. But Steve Spagnuolo can also scheme his team to victory. Can't underestimate what Spagnuolo could do. Beat the Patriots undefeated with the 31st ranked defense that year. Beat an undefeated Patriot team. Coaching matters this time of year more than ever. Coaching, it's turnovers. They'll decide the playoff games. Obviously, the quarterbacks have a huge part of it. But sharper instincts. Thank you earlier. Oh, man, my eye. Oh, I just poked myself in the eye. That hurt. And I gifted a membership that went to Charles Barkley. Wow, I just poked my eye really bad. The eyelid bent under. Oh, my Lord. All right, we're at 40. We're at 40. We get to 50, we drop the call in, folks. There's 47 of you right here, right now. Monday night. You're not watching Raw. You're not watching the National Championship. You might be. Let me just promote my show. Hawk, ladies and gentlemen. That Hawk, who on February 1st, we have a Shiner send-off for Hawk. Just gifted 5 memberships. Hawk, thank you. They went to Matthew Smith, Will M, D, NY for Life, Cuca Lake Jet Fan, and Randy 23. Thank you, Hawk. That was nice of you. You're a good man. You're a good man, Hawk. Thank God there's internet in Australia. Not only because Hawk would have never, and Sarah would have never found one another if there wasn't internet, but we could stay in touch. I'm going to miss you, buddy. And I swear I'm not crying. I poked myself in the eye really bad. That's what the water's from. What do you say when you poke yourself in the eye? Oh. And now, since I am a man of my word, Hawk gifted one. I got to gift one. And it went to Fernando B. So thank you, Hawk, Sharper Instincts, Addison. You guys are effing awesome. You guys are tremendous and stupendous. Now, circling around, because I do have ADHD. Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. I have a feeling we're going to have an announcement before then. The Jets have come to terms, head coach and general manager. It's my gut. And unlike my crotch, my gut has a good feeling. So, buckle the fuck up, Jets fans. It's going to be an interesting week. I think you're going to get a lot of answers this week. And then by the weekend, you're going to start hearing the staff come together. Ulbrich already left. He went to Atlanta. We don't have to worry about him as defensive coordinator. Who's going to run the offense? Who is going to be key and instrumental in developing a young quarterback here? Do they have any hope, interest, intrigue in Jordan Travis? Do they have a quarterback of their own that they would like? Here's a name me and my son discussed. Teddy Bridgewater. You want high character? Check. You want a leader? Check. You want a great guy? Check. You want someone to come in, help set and establish your culture? Check. If he's interested in playing, why not? We had him here once, and then with Josh and Sam, and we traded him away to the Saints before the season even started. You got Tyrod Taylor. I know Teddy's been washed, and I'm not saying as a starter, Rob. I'm not saying you bring Teddy in as the man, but if you want to establish a culture, is there a better human being in the NFL than Teddy Bridgewater? Guys, hold on. Chat, hit the brakes. I'm not saying as a starter. I'm saying to be a part of a culture build. Maybe you bring him in as a coach if he's done playing. There's many purposes that people can serve in the NFL. Some of it's on field, some of it's in the meeting room, some of it's teaching young guys how to be professionals. All of it can add to success on the field. All of it. I'm not saying you have to bring in Teddy Bridgewater and declare him your starter. I never said those words. But if you want to develop a culture, you want to develop a young quarterback, what's wrong with Teddy Bridgewater? If Tyrod Taylor doesn't fit what you want to do, maybe you move on from Tyrod Taylor. He was coaching high school ball, and then the Lions signed him. Does that mean he wants to get back in the league? Does he become a Josh McCown? Did he get the coaching bug, coaching high school, where they won, like, I think the city championship or district championship? And now you come in and say, you know what? I want to go the Josh McCown path. How do you knock Teddy Bridgewater? Guy's been around. It's the same resume as Josh McCown. Loved everywhere he went. High character. Been around a lot of schemes. Maybe you bring him in as a coaching staff. Quarterback's coach. passing game coordinator, whatever the case may be. That's a funny comment. This scenario would kill Jake. Jets sign Vance Joseph. He brings Davis Webb as OC, and Davis Webb brings back Zach Wilson. Jake would go work with Lane at Trader Joe's, and he would shut the YouTube show down if that happened. He would have to. There's not enough blood pressure medication in the world to help out my friend if that was the case. There's not. You want to see 10,000 people at the stadium for opening day? You go with that scenario. Yeah, can we talk about that hit on Goff? If that happened to Patrick Mahomes, they would have stopped the game and allowed him 2 weeks to recover from that hit before continuing the game. And they annihilate Goff, and it's just allowed to stand. You know what? I don't even care. For those of you that don't know, I'm going to tell you right now. I work for the town. I'm a custodian. We had snow removal today. Out there with a snowblower, 7 o'clock in the morning. A couple hours of snow blowing. And then from there, salting. Just salting everywhere. A whole 250-yard section of the back of the school is never in the sun. And it's about a 10-foot wide curb. Salt the whole thing. Wind blowing back, swirling around. The skin that is cracked around my nose and face from that's why. I don't care. The skin is dry. The skin is cracked. It needed to be done. I don't care what any of you say. I care about what some of you say. Jeffrey with a super chat. Thank you. Talking football keeps the 7-day itch at head. No, it does. It really does. No, Tom. It's all there. The whole back of the school, it's the D wing, is all in the shade. It never hits it. It was horrible. And that's where the teachers come in. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but sometimes people in the educational world are very highly opinionated. And if it's not up to their standard, there will be complaints. So you have to do those areas thoroughly. Oh, man. Tom, you know this, buddy. You've slept over. Vaseline, baby. Blue Seal. Waiting for someone to catch that comment. Well, we got to 50 likes. I dropped the link. I shared it. 21-7. Ohio State started the second half. Is Will Howard draft eligible? Swamp Ranger. Is he declared for the draft? Is that... Oh, Jen, you don't know, girl. Why can't the world be full of Jens? We got you. We got Jay Graves. I need more Jens and Leanies in this world. Funny comment, though. My mom's a Karen. Karen Shine. It's Karen. A couple years ago, one of the very few times me and my sister get along, we were making Karen joke after Karen joke. And my mom lives with my sister and her husband and my nephew. And my mom comes out of her room after hearing us with the Karen jokes and real serious face and voice. She sits down and goes, you know, I've done a lot for the two of you. And for you two to be sitting here when you never get along and making fun of me like this. And we look at each other. What the fuck are you talking about? We didn't say anything about you. I hear you. the text messages, the Facebook posts about Karen. Why would you make those pictures about me, Nikki? Mom. Oh, you think that? No, Mom, wait. It's a coincidence. The Karen thing is just a generalization that someone named a Karen is a complainer. Kind of like what you're doing now, Mom. But it has nothing to do with you personally. It's just a name coincidence. About 2 weeks later, get a text in the group chat with my sister and my mother. I talked to Aunt Kathy. She confirmed it. There is a thing called the Karen, and you two weren't talking about it. Oh, well, thank God for Aunt Kathy. Thank you. First and goal already for Ohio State? Wow. That was fast. Rushed for 70 yards. This game is done. This is what should have been if Georgia had a healthy quarterback. Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, she thought we were being vicious and attacking to her, and we're like, no, it's just a coincidence, huh? The game was over the minute this matchup was set. Yeah, Josh, Ryan does a great job over there. Big show. Much love to Ryan. He's been on here with me before, and hopefully get him on here soon again. Hank G, we've been talking in the Discord, Hank. We need you and Board Fat to make it down for February 1st to the Shiner send-off for Hawk. See what you guys can work out. Scoop up Boomtown and have the superpower, the Canadian trio, kind of like Demolition. The three of you ride down together. That's great, Jeff. That's great. Oh, that would be great. Genergy, are you coming February 1st? We got Nate, Jake, 25, Charles Gorman, Hawk, me, possibly Mr. Bonesy, Peter, Hawk, obviously, Clancy, Jay Graves. I'm trying to remember. Me and my son. Blitz BK is requested off. Wow, that's crazy. His name popped in the second I said it. What's up, Blitz? 25 ain't going. Rob V will be there. I was going on the map. I didn't know whether I was going. I didn't know to declare you New York or New Jersey guy. Jen, we will be in Woodbridge. If you take, I don't know if you drive or if you're a city girl and just use mass transit, but if you take the train out of Penn Station into Woodbridge, it's like we're 5 minutes from there. If you are going to take the train, maybe coordinate with Jake and Nate. I think they're going to take the train in together, and it'd be great to have you. Yeah, Hallen, it is the Shiner send-off for Hawk. Yes, Tom Ace will be there, correct. I'm sorry, Tom. Forgive me. I get distracted with the chat. Trying to get the big fella to show. Jen, if you are interested in coming, connect you with Nate and see when they're taking mass transit down. If you guys take mass transit down, I'll scoop you up. Damn. No worries, Metro. I knew it was a long shot given the travel. Jerome, yeah, I've said I think by Wednesday's night show. Maybe tomorrow night show, but I think Wednesday during the day is when late tomorrow night, early Wednesday, come to terms. I'll tell you exactly when I'm going to work at 11 o'clock, and it'll be busy as hell on Wednesday. So it was, I think we get it done, right? Like, you can't let him leave if that's your guy. That's just me. You know, the rumor was the interview was today, and then it gets pushed back to tomorrow. For those of you who don't know, Woody Johnson was at the inauguration today in the Capitol. So I will find out, Rob. I think it's better for those of us who might want to take Charles to a certain establishment. We do that before bowling. I think that would be better instead of going there 8, 9 o'clock at night. It might be too nuts. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a little more low key, a little better. I'm looking out for Charles too, because I know I don't want him getting overstimulated. I don't mean like that, you perverts. I don't want him and it get uncomfortable. You know, that could be a crazy place for someone who's never been in there before. But that would be my idea. Plus, it's a lot better if I say, Charles, I'm picking you up at 3:30 instead of bringing you home at 10 o'clock at night. You know, we get him home by 8:30. Very good, Jeffrey. Very good. Well done, sir. Bravo to you. Very well done. You know, and then if Charles needs to get home, he's right here and it's in town. And for those of us that Hawk said something about steaks and a cigar, never go wrong. Excuse me, Mr. Gorman. I'm sorry. Charles has to be in bed by 8:30. I'm trying to get Charles in bed by 4:30 in the afternoon. Not with me. Not with me. I'm not trying to get Charles in bed. I'm trying to get Charles into a bed with someone. Oh, never mind, Mr. Gorman. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you, good sir. So there's layers to my plan, ladies and gentlemen. I know I look like I don't have my shit together, but I do. When it comes to planning stuff, I'm on point. That's why I should be the Jets coach. But I'm going to call it a night. Thank you, everyone. Let's add our what did we learn? And on that note, I guess, right? They should have been an event planner. I will say that putting together 2 bachelor parties has been the most fun I've ever had. Putting it together was the fun part. For the 3 of you who joined the show tonight during the stream, thank you. Welcome. I hope you come back, and then I hope to see you again in a future show. For the rest of you, we're at 1264. We're growing slow and steady every show. By the end of the week, let's hope to get to 1275. That would be a nice little goal by the end of the week. Thank you guys. You guys are crazy. Who would have thought that 22 months and 10 days ago, people would trust me? So do good things happen. That's my whole motto in life for the last 22 months and 10 days. Make good decisions, good things happen. Josh Allen Avatar, we learned that Notre Dame versus OSU is similar to a December Jets games versus the Bills in Orchard Park. Yeah, absolutely. Metro Funny, I learned that the D-wing gets no sun, but the DP is always popping. Hell yeah. That's what we're talking about. JV, We learned all hope is lost and life has no meaning. Let's go, Bills. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Rob V, next time you go on same time as Ryan, I'm bullying people to become shiners. Rob, I think any time of day you're bullying people, but I appreciate you using your bullying time to help support here, brother. I really, really am. Yeah, even Metro, this one was so good that even Boom comes in to comment, well done. Well done. See, the what did we learn's got to have layers, twists, surprise endings, kind of like a DP. Very well done, Metro. If we have no more, I mean, we pushed to get to 50 likes. Nobody called in. So I guess it's that time. Mr. Boomtown, if you would please drop. What did we learn? What did Boomtown learn? I have a question for you guys. Some people are against mock drafts. Some people can't wait for mock drafts. I just posted a poll, and I want your feedback. Is it too early for mock drafts? Would you be interested in a weekly mock draft show? I'm going to put this one here first. We learned that Nick's mom is a Karen, and she will always consult with Aunt Kathy. You have no idea. I could tell you so many stories. Thank you. Boomtown. I learned it's a forward hat kind of night. Yeah, we didn't get any feedback on the forward hat thing. Give me some feedback on that, chat. Nick knows how to make a discreet early exit out of a lady's house. Hell yeah. I don't think Nick took my 2 years of Rogers comment seriously. Shine time is anytime. Yes. Bonus, Mark Gastineau poster may be making an appearance soon. Nick would demand accountability, but isn't a fan of pulling out. Nick wasn't crying. He poked himself in the eye. Insert Charles. Double bonus, talking football's a natural cure for 7-day itch. Charles overstimulation incoming in the afternoon, February 1st. In Nick we trust. Knob, I learned Nick needs to consider guy liner. Say what? Oh, 17 votes so far. It's too early for mock drafts. All right. All right. I might align it with when I get the new computer, because that way I can use multiple tabs without this old computer being slowed down. So, Tom, I have it. It's rolled up in my with my Jet stuff. For those of you who I have to send jerseys to, I will ship the jerseys out this week. Big fella, Jake, Allen. Did Rick Kent get one? Rick Kent got one, right? I got the text. I'm pretty sure Rick Kent got the fourth one. Help me out here, Boom. Jake got Sanchez. Allen got a Vilma. And I forget. I have it in the notes. I'm just trying to recall. Help me out. Big fella, if you're still here, did you get the Revis or the Vilma? Rob, I'm going to give you a little pushback. I like doing it because it helps you learn the names. It helps you learn some of the players to be more educated for draft weekend. I enjoy that. There are people who aren't interested in that. I get that. So maybe what I'll do is some pre-tape shows and release the videos. And if you're interested, you watch. If not, don't. This way it's not during a live show. So we can do that. Yeah, Blitz. All the super chats and gifted memberships are going towards the purchase of a new computer, new table, and new chair in February. Tom says you have to clean the Vilma that's going to Alan. There's a little tiny stain on the number. I'd have it no other way, Tom. I'm not cleaning it. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Go Jets. The fuck is burning? Fuck, how come I'm the only one that can cook without shit burning? All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show. God bless America.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in bumbo!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
And it goes without saying, if you are a paid member of the channel and you are in the Discord, it's time to slide into the DP.